Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, checking out this new release from OLTO-8, a Hong Kong based watchmaking company that has sent me their latest model called OLTO-8 King, a playing card or more specifically poker inspired watch with a very interesting and complex design, and I would say affordable price, but I don't even know the exact price. The thing is that it's a prototype I'm reviewing and presenting to you today, and they didn't tell me the final price. But what I know is they're offering 25% off for those who sign up for the launch day, and well, taking that it's a satellite hour wheel design with a dome sapphire crystal and, in my case, a grade 2 titanium case, I assume price is going to be something between $700 and $900. In fact, any price under $1,000 for this kind of complexity, material choice and finish is good, and 25% off sounds even better. So the link is in the description box, check it out if you want. That's what I can do for them. And now let's move on to the watch. I think we can start with a short unboxing experience. It's a black cardboard box, as you can see. Contains a small carry-on leather texture box with OLTO-8 lettering, and the watch is inside. Now, it's not the first watch with a wandering hour mechanism. Roots are obviously coming from luxury Swiss watchmaking with a corresponding luxury price tag, sometimes well above $100,000. Here we have, again, I don't know the exact price, but something under $1,000, which makes this watch way more affordable to people who appreciate this satellite hour wheel design and unique way of reading or displaying time. And not to forget to mention materials they're using here. I mean, sapphire and titanium are one of the best materials when we're talking about watches, with its durability and lightweight of titanium and scratch resistance of sapphire. Now let's talk numbers a bit, because it's a relatively small dressy watch with a case diameter of 38.9mm and 46.6mm lug to lug. But the interesting part here is thickness. On paper it's 13.5mm, and that obviously includes crystal, which, as you can see here, is domed and rises at least 3mm above the case. So overall there's no feeling of a thick 13+mm watch, but and you can't even see that thickness when looking at the watch from this perspective. Another thing though, even though this watch has anti-reflective coating on its crystal, I do apologize for any inconvenience you might experience during the review, because on domed crystals it just doesn't work as it does on flat crystals. You still can see all these glares and reflection of light sources and shadow, and well, yeah, I'm sorry for that. That's how camera works. I will just try to avoid these glares, but obviously that's gonna be impossible on this review. As I mentioned, the case is made of grade 2 titanium, has this sun-blasted matte finish, so less fingerprints on it compared to highly polished stainless steel cases. Another important thing about titanium is that it's 30% lighter than stainless steel, and overall weight of this watch is 49 grams. And bear in mind that that's an automatic, so mechanical watch with a spring, gears, rotor, all made from metal, quite chunky brass hands, and then glass strap, buckle, and all this is just under 50 grams. Honestly, you would barely feel it on your wrist. Really lightweight watch. So matte finished case back with some information on it, and this little engraving of a crown as a reminder of the name of this watch, OLTO-8 King. Crown of the watch is on the right hand side, and I would say on a 3 o'clock position, but there's no 3 o'clock position on this watch, and has an engraving of a brand's logo, 8. It says that water resistance is 50 meters, and probably it is, but I wouldn't trust, well, not trust, but I wouldn't rely on this watch going for a water activity, just because it's a dressy watch with a pull-push crown. So it's just not designed for activities like that. So yeah, some rain or washing hands should be totally fine, but swimming or diving, no. Well, at least I wouldn't recommend, but then you can do whatever you want. Now dial and movement, the most exciting parts of this watch. Movement they're using here is a Miyota 9039 and not stock but modified, so you can run this complex satellite hour wheel mechanism. It has 24 joules, 28,800 beats per hour and 38 hours of power reserve, which is down from 42 hours in basic Miyota 9039. I believe it's because of these obviously heavier brass hands on the dial. So how to read the time on this watch? As you can see, there is a number on the side of each barrel that represents hour, and when it rolls across the scale on top, that represents minutes and points to a number. That is basically the time. So now it's what, 5:30. But then there are just 3 numbers, and that's the moment when the magic of 3D rotation happens. If you pay attention to number 4 now, at some point it flips and reveals the next number. And that's how they decided to put 12 numbers on 3 barrels. And we all know that after 10 comes 11, but they decided to put J, or which is Jack, one of the playing cards, and after J comes Queen, which means number 12. So you just need to memorize these numbers, and we all know that after the Queen goes King, but we see that the next symbol is Ace, which is number 1. But where's the king then? And I believe that's the philosophy of this watch. So the king is basically you, the one who is wearing the watch, or maybe the watch itself, because it has this small crown. So yeah, it's either you or the watch. And another distinctive thing on this dial is a second counter disc in the middle, which looks just like a poker chip, with the card suits printed right on top, with one of them being highlighted. In this case it's clubs that is being highlighted, and I think that should represent 12. Again, all these small details have to remind you about poker, card games, casino, and all of that. Now loom. I could just show you that picture and say that there is a good loom on hour hands and minute scale, and even that second counter in the middle with printed card suit is loomed. And you have to agree, the loom in this photo looks really nice. But then it's not just about how it looks after a charge, but also how long it lasts. And on this short video you can see that while numerals on hour hands are clearly visible, the minute scale slowly disappears. This video was filmed in complete darkness, so in real life it won't be that fast. But I just want to point out that the minute track vanishes relatively fast, or at least faster than hour hands. 20mm cowhide strap with embossed crocodile texture. There are quick release spring bars, so easy to change if you wish. And a mirror polished stainless steel buckle with engraved logo OLTO-8 on it. I just thought, the first thought was why it's not titanium? But then, not a big deal, it's on the other side of the wrist, and it looks nice. It's a nice polishing, nice engraving, so not bad at all. I think it's time to put it on my 17cm wrist. As a reminder, that is a 39mm watch with a thickness of 13.5mm. That is not felt at all thanks to that domed sapphire crystal. The case itself is something about 10, maybe 10.5mm, so kind of dressy look. But at the same time, with this gray matte titanium, it makes it just fine as an everyday watch. It's a beautiful, well executed and lightweight watch, really like 49 grams, with a good leather strap and this domed sapphire crystal, which was and it still is hard to film, but other than that it's a great option. And the dial, satellite hour wheel mechanism looks complex and unusual, and it is complex and unusual, and all this runs thanks to a good Japanese movement, Miyota 9039. So I think that's the last line I need to say today. If you have any questions or thoughts, please share them in the comment section below, and see you next time.